Pussy. Nyaru.
Yay! What am I doing?
Hey, you changed your clothes. Oh, you're wearing the dark outfit.
Yeah, I'm vampire today.
Nyaru's a vampire, guys. But yeah, this is Ultra Podcast Z. Oh shit, let me close this window. It's Ultra Podcast Z, episode 151. It is Halloween. It is Spooptober. And I am Manuel, the internet's favorite cryptid spoopiest person. And Nyaru, introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Nyaru. I turned 18 this weekend, and I had cake, and now I'm spoopy.
Now you're spoopy. Was it a spoopy cake?
No, it was actually a chocolate cake from Whole Foods because I didn't have time to make my own cake. But it's actually one of my favorites from Whole Foods because I had a slice, and I was like, yes. So I grabbed it.
So tonight we have is the first of our many special Halloween episodes. We'll get to the topic in a minute. I don't want to give it away now. But our special guest for tonight is the lovely Dr. West. I'm like, what does he say on screen? I put Dr. West.
Hey, what's up, people?
There you go.
I'm busy playing Pokemon Spotlight Hours, so happy Halloween to everyone.
Wait, Spotlight Hours?
What is that?
What's that?
Basically, in Pokemon Go, there's one Pokemon out and about in the wild right now. It's Drifloon. So I'm trying to get.
Oh.
I don't play Pokemon Go anymore.
No, apparently there's a lot of hubbub in Pokemon Unite, which is
when isn't there?
Because apparently that game has some insane DLC, or not DLC, I shouldn't call it DLC. It has some insane microtransactions, like, because it's that kind of game.
Wow, just like any other game from China.
But Pokemon Unite apparently has like $40 skins, which sounds insane even to me. But then again, I've never played it, so I don't want to judge it. But $40, you could fucking go buy like Pokemon Snap for a few dollars more, I think. I don't know.
The clothes, man. The clothes. I need the clothes.
You need the clothes. I need to fucking dress up as. I think this one was a Alolan Ninetales. It was the most recent one that everyone's going crazy about.
Yeah.
So yeah, I need to dress up like a Alolan Ninetales. It costs $40, but I need to be my Alolan Ninetales. I think Alolan's the freeze one. I think, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, the Ice Ninetales.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, we're talking some spoopy shit, but first of all, we're going to get some quick news nonsense. Fun fact, my one little non sequitur, I'm going to try to keep it a one non sequitur real fast. I just have to say it. I just remember I had a friend of mine who was a really big conscious health nut, but they used to, I mentioned the story before, I think in the past, like a very old episode, because like when I was still like talking to this person a lot, and they used to always eat at Whole Foods. And their cheat food was to eat one of the slices of the Whole Foods pizza that's in like the deli. But do you like it? Do you like
I like it. Pizza? Yes, I like the Whole Foods pizza. I've gotten like a whole like pizza, like whole food pie pizza from like the Whole Foods deli. But that shit is more than cheap food. Way more than cheap food.
So no, he wouldn't eat the whole, he'd eat a slice. But we would always talk about it. That would be his cheat food. Like I don't know if he did it once a week. He was a pretty fit guy though. So anyways, he would go there and he would do that. But he was always like, if I'm gonna cheat, I want it to be a good cheat. He would, because they kind of like Chuck E. Cheese their slices.
Like, okay, so the pizza there, like it's good and everything, but it's not a good cheat. I'll tell you that it's not.
Because the slices are different sizes, so basically,
they're actually huge. Okay. They're so huge.
Okay, so this was a tangent. Can we cut it short soon?
he would always want the biggest slice, so we'd always think of something funny to say, and he'd always be all like, yes, could I have the one that only has 2 pepperonis so he can get the biggest slice? That was just the punchline to the thing. And he would always look for the biggest slice, and they are big slices. It's like Costco pizza. They slice it into like 5s or some shit like that. No, 6s.
Anyways, Manuel.
Slice the pizza into 5. Anyways, we're talking horror movies tonight. We have big news. Yeah. Sora's in Smash, guys.
Oh, fuck yeah, let's go! I'm so excited! It was a scary day for all Persona people because, you know, they cried.
Okay, I don't get it though. I don't fucking get it, and I'm gonna say
you're a boomer. You don't get it.
I've been saving this all day. I grew up on fucking Kingdom Hearts. Don't start with me.
So did I.
So did I.
Why
is it that when they released fucking, I can't remember their name anymore, the character from Three Houses, something Byleth. Why is it when they released Byleth? Why was it when they released the hero from Dragon Warrior 8 or Dragon Quest, whatever the fuck? Dragon Warrior, Dragon Quest, I forgot what they call it. Dragon Quest.
It's like every Dragon Quest game title. First.
Not in America.
They did that. I forgot what else they released, but and they did Sephiroth, when they did Cloud, when they did so on. Other people I can't remember all the names on. But it's like, another fucking JRPG sword guy, another RPG sword guy.
Okay, Manuel.
Sora
is
a JRPG sword guy.
But do we care?
No one cares.
So
apparently,
yeah, because it's actually because this is something that's actually been highly requested since like the incarnation of Kingdom Hearts.
Has it really? I actually didn't know.
Yes.
No, it's been asked since the Wii U and the 3DS.
First came out.
They had the around there. Yeah, around there, I would say.
The issue, I don't know. Also, I saw some really funny memes. There's one meme because typical, like, you know, Sora has, you know, it's Sora, and if you never play Kingdom Hearts, somehow you don't know what it's about. It's like a mix between like JRPG, Square Enix stuff, and then Disney stuff. But there's the Mickey keychain, like the Mickey head on the keyblade.
Oh my god! So I have a story. I woke up like literally right on time for this to start, and I scroll on my phone. I put on the stream. I'm like, okay, Mr. Sakurai, I see you, and everything. And then the trailer plays, and then I see the key, and I will tell you, I actually screamed. I screamed really, really loudly. I cried so much.
No, I saw a lot of reactions like that. I'm not gonna belittle because if you're happy, you're happy. I'm not gonna. And honestly, I'm happy. I'm just more confused why everyone was upset about the other characters. I actually like Byleth. I want. People were all like, "Oh, it's all JRPG like sword people," and then fucking Sora's like, "Sora."
Well, I mean, like,
flip a table.
I mean, in their defense, I mean, they're kind of like games that I guess like I didn't really like grow up with or anything. Now, Kingdom Hearts, that a lot of people grew up with that compared to like the other recent JRPG characters. Compared, I don't know if that makes sense.
I kind of get it because like Fire Emblem, fun fact, was localized because of Smash. I don't think anyone remembers that anymore.
No, that's a big fact.
Yeah, like when the first, not the first, but the one for GameCube, Melee came out.
Melee, yeah.
Like it had fucking
Martha and Roy.
Yeah, Roy. I used to play as Roy too.
And like it had them, and it was all people were like, "What's Fire Emblem? What's this?" There's a whole series that Nintendo's been keeping from us, and so they ended up bringing out the Game Boy ones, like which were then at the time coming out new. So so technically we have Fire Emblem. We have Smash to thank for Fire Emblem coming to the US. I'm sure it would have came eventually, but
Yeah.
But
Roy's game wasn't even out in Japan when Melee came out.
Oh, was it?
Oh.
It was actually a fun fact. We did a DTL once, and I was showing off some of my then newly bought amiibos. And at one point, I picked up a Roy amiibo, and I'm like, "Oh, this is Marth, by the way." And I meant this seriously because I wasn't paying attention to what I was lifting up, and I pissed off everyone on the fucking stream. Roy and Marth, especially in Smash, I don't know if you know this, but they're what do you call those? They're the same character basically. They're swaps of each other.
They're like the rocks. They're basically like the Sora and Roxas of Fire Emblem.
Like the Mario and Dr. Mario.
Yeah, like the Mario, the Sora, the Roxas. Anyway.
But yeah, so Smash is done. I still have. I'm not really a Smash player. whenever I try to play Smash, I always just suck at
Yeah,
it.
I have a question actually. Did they ever confirm this could be like the very, very last
They
Smash
did.
game?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, last Smash game?
That's so sad.
Maybe not.
Smash game.
Last
But
last character for Ultimate? Yes.
And I
Yeah,
doubt
but that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Is this like the confirmed
This is
very
it,
last
yeah.
game?
Ultimate's done. Who knows if they're gonna like? But then again, like I don't think that they're
How
going
can you
to have
top
another.
it? How can
Exactly.
you top this?
I mean, how can you fucking make another Smash game after this? I think that the series is definitely be on ice for several more years. Because even if we have a Switch 2 on the horizon, it's not going to come out with one anywhere near launch. Because it's like, what's the? Or they might just port over Ultimate, but with everything in it. You know, kind of something like that.
Super Smash Bros.
But what would they
Ultimate
do?
Edition.
Yeah, Sakurai's just
Ultimate HD.
Oh yeah, and Sakurai's fucking done. That man is like
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I know that man is. He's like, but would you possibly see him pass down this project?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really want to get a Smash. Smash is a game that I always wanted to love, but I just suck at it, and I think that.
Oh, I suck at it, but I don't care. I still have fun with it.
Yeah.
I try.
Throw all items on, pick the like the most chaotic stage, and get 8 people playing, and just watch stuff chug.
And I'm not gonna lie, for many years it had this big negative connotation to me because when the Melee days were out, I remember I told a friend of mine, and by the way, this is how crazy the fandom was even back then. I told a friend of mine, and Smash was his favorite game, and I wasn't trying to be this offensive, but he took it like this. I was all like, I'm tired of playing Smash, it's just a button masher. I think I wanted to play Capcom versus SNK 2, which is another fighting game. I wanted to play that, and then he wanted to play Smash. Like, in a small little group we had going on. Homeboy started crying, and like I'm dead ass. Not even he started crying because I called it a button masher, and his friend.
You've told this story before, anyways.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
His friend,
Anything else in the news, Manuel?
His friend, who's like a master, ended up beating me up.
TLDR it.
That's it. He kicked my ass, and I was like, "It's still a button masher." Like, it doesn't. Anyways,
You
that's
made him
it.
cry.
Yeah.
I made
someone
Smash
cry.
fan cry.
You made a grown man cry.
Anyways, the other big news, sad news, as opposed to fun news, is that Peachy Parade is this.
No.
Yeah, and okay, so I would like to think that if you're in either mine or Nyaru circle, you know what Peachy Parade is. If you've been following 80-day shit for like any amount of time, you only know who Peachy Parade is. We've had just on UPZ alone, we've had ran on at least 5 times, including the infamous drunk episode. That was our very first time drinking on stream, and it was just me and Ren because Nyaru had to cancel because of reasons. And then we just got drunk for 4 hours. And then there's an edited version of that on YouTube. Like I took out some of the parts where we were just being drunk. But there was like a bunch of those. Sylvia's been on, Megan's been on, Kat's been on DTL, and they've all been on all the 4 I just mentioned have all been on DTL, Game Talk Learn as well. So yeah, they've been on a lot of shit. And Sylvia has done press for us at Anime Expo in 2019, interviewed a bunch of guests for us there. So there's been a lot of Peachy Parade stuff going around, and they're breaking up, and it's sad. Because
it is sad because
I've always considered them now, mind you, I don't have my ear to the ground to a lot of groups, but I've always considered them the best of the Kaigai idol groups in the US, which is kind of a lot of qualifiers there. I'm not talking soloist, not talking like whatever else, but yeah. What do you have to say about Nyaru?
I'm sad because I followed them for a very long time, like longer than you have, honestly.
Oh, wow. You're gonna go like that? I mean, probably
yeah,
not,
no, seriously. Like, I really admire them and all like the work ethic and the quality. Even though they didn't have as many frequent releases as like everyone else in the States, whatever they put out, it was like literally the toppest quality, and you can still see that they're improving with every single release. So, if you guys want to go watch them perform for the last time, they're actually gonna be performing, I think, at Anime Week in Atlanta, this coming Halloween. So they'll have I don't know if that's actually like public or not, but that's what I do know. If you want to go see them.
No, they are.
Yeah,
okay, they already made it public. Okay.
Yeah, it's Starlight Idol Festival the 30th, which is Saturday. This Saturday the 30th of AWA.
So if you want to go,
And,
see them, and you want to go discover more idols, I really recommend going to Anime Week in Atlanta and checking out Starlight Idol Festival and checking out their last live, because it is going to be it's going to be a very good one.
And they still had a bunch of projects in the can, so they're still going to be releasing stuff until then. I think they just did a cover today. I can't remember the name of the song. Oh well, they did one. No, they released it like yesterday or today. There's a song that's just Deji, Ren, and Natalie, and I can't remember what song it is though. They just released it. Let me look this up real fast. I mean, we're not gonna watch it right now, but I just want to. I shouldn't have brought it up, but I brought it up, so now I'm gonna figure out exactly which one it is.
Yeah,
it's
You got 30 seconds, Manuel.
Shut up! I have a.
You got 30 seconds.
It's in Japanese. Peachy. Why did they put this thing in Japanese? But yeah, it's them three, and it's an animated video. It's really cute. Go watch it. I'll have a link to it.
15.
Don't watch it right now though. There it goes. We're done. Anyway, Feature Parade is breaking up. It's unfortunate. They do cite the pandemic, which unfortunately is still an ongoing thing that has caused a lot of unfortunate things. But yeah, I think it's just been hard working during the pandemic, and they're a pretty large group, so it must be hard getting that many people together in these trying times. Like, that sounded like I was making a joke there, but no, it really is. Anyway, that's our two big news thingies. Yeah, we're not gonna do the what are we watching, what are we doing, because what are we doing? We're being excited by Smash and sad about Peachy Parade. That's what we're doing.
I'm also sad on top because Murashiga Anna announced graduation, and I heard that Japan is lifting a lot of restrictions on the world now. So it might be possible that she can start going by the end of the year to Japan, as long as you have like a vaccine. So might see me over there for my Oshi.
But I will say on the back end of things, because like apparently there's been a lot of issues with guests coming from Japan still, and it's like not ending in the foreseeable future. Very infamously, Doubt, their VK group, it's spelled like D = out. They're called Doubt. They canceled NekoCon, which is a con I think in Washington DC, and that's in November. But they canceled because they couldn't get out here anymore. And I'm like, shit, this is still going on. But yeah, so keep an eye on that, Nyaru. I don't know about that, but unfortunately, real fast, because you reminded me, I wanted to mention that what is her real name, or what is her name in STU? Kuka's graduating STU. Something
what?
Mayu something. What's her name? Yeah, she's graduating. No more Kuka. No more idol Kuka, guys. The dream is dead. We've been following her since she was a little girl. Then she like failed all over Horror Project. She made it to STU, and now she's graduating. Yes. Did I just inform you of this, Nyaru? Are you sad now? Because yeah, she's graduating. She just announced it, I think, today, or it might have been yesterday. But yeah. Oh, Nyaru's dead. I killed Nyaru, guys. But yeah, let me look up her name real fast since
Shut up.
Yeah, I was right. It's Sakaki Miyu. I knew it was Miyu something. But yeah, Sakaki Miyu, she's graduating. And once again, for those who don't know, Kuka, she had a YouTube channel back in the day that a lot of idol fans would love. Yes. Myself and Nyaru both literally watched like Kuka like as a very small child doing dance covers. And then as she got older, she would start trying out for Horror Project, which is the group that like Morning Musume and Cute and so on. I think she's specifically trying out for Morning Musume. And she did a couple auditions, and she kept like not passing the auditions. And then like almost as if like, oh, what are they doing? Horror Project, come on, everyone loves Kuka stateside. She ended up joining STU 48. They're the 48 group that's on a boat, very famously. I think STU, I forgot what STU stands for. It's whatever region that is. But they're on a boat. They're the idol group on a boat. And but yeah, now she's leaving. But she also had a lot of I hate to go on about this. Like, she did some live streams, but she was very like seemed very troubled. Like she has a stage mom. I think the stage mom's kind of mean to her. So yeah. Anyway, let's get away from these sad moods. I upset Nyaru. The big topic of the day.
I'm gonna go. I was gonna get a small little Dairy Queen cone like after the
The
stream.
Kotaku dictionary
Now
has
now
been
it just got
repealed.
increased to a large thanks to Manuel. Anyways, movies.
Who is the one who is logged in as AJ Plays? That doesn't feel like it's it. Is that you, JD? On a
Yes.
boat? Anyways.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I have it open in Streamlabs.
Soon I'll have exciting news. Oh yeah. I can just spill Q's news. I'm just kidding. Why are we still here? Just to yeah. Why are we?
I'm
just
here to suffer.
Just to
Anyways,
suffer.
movies. We're talking about Halloween, spoopy movies.
Yeah, spooky movies, horror movie remakes versus the original. That was the main. This has been
Thank
a topic
you.
that's been floating around as potential.
Katapon for
Thank
following.
you, Kata. That's my.
Thank you.
That's my viewer homie. Hello, Kata. Thank you for follow.
Thank you.
Oh, real. Yeah, we're doing it, but thank you. If you want to keep catching us, we're gonna have a lot of cool Halloween shit this month. But and so today we're
It's
talking
all
about remakes
cringe.
versus originals.
Yes.
I mean, well, these remakes are all cringe.
Okay. Oh, we're talking about remakes, so not just
not just
what do you
movies
call
in
it?
general.
not just movies. Okay, not movies in general. Okay, so I was ready to talk about
No.
Scooby Doo.
Well, Scooby Doo can almost technically be a remake.
Wait,
but-
yeah, Scoob, but that was not technically Halloween.
Okay, real fast, what I will say about the Scooby-Doo live-action movie is I felt that the Scooby-Doo I don't know which came out first, but it reminded me a lot of, is it Witch's Ghost? The one that did the time skip? Or did they both do a time, did all the cartoon movies did a time skip? But like, I thought that was very interesting that,
No, only the cartoon, not the movie.
Yeah.
did the movie do a live skip? I mean, a time skip, didn't they break up and then reform?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that the plot of the live-action movie?
Yeah, they capture the
Yeah.
ghost in the beginning, then they like break up,
Yeah.
then they get back together because Mr. Montevarious, or who's actually, spoiler alert, Scrappy in disguise, brings them all together to try and like
you
lure them in the
serious?
trap.
Yeah.
You didn't know
Have you
that?
not seen the
never watched
movie?
this movie?
Dude,
I've
it's a
never
good
watched
movie.
it all. I've never watched
Are
it
you
all.
see- this
It's
fucking
Scrappy in
boomer.
disguise.
Yes, he's Scrappy
This-
in disguise.
Wait,
Spoiler
we're
alert.
No!
Yes!
Are you serious?
I am not kidding!
Google it. It's the truth.
That's pissing me off. Wait, so Scrappy's
phrasing
in the
right
live
there.
action ones?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, only in the first
Well,
one.
Are you? Oh my god! All I know is that, kind of on the topic of remakes, they ended up continuing 13 Ghosts because they never catch 13. They never caught the 13th Ghost, and I think that just came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. It came out recent-ish, and I only watched it about a month ago. And this is a cartoon, by the way. And they specifically wrote out Scrappy Doo, and they even had like a line where it's all like, "What about Scrappy?" And it's like, "We don't talk about Scrappy" or something like that.
That's why.
I'm just like, God damn, everyone hates Scrappy.
I don't know if I should
Um,
spoil this, but like Scrappy eventually like dies.
Wait, he dies in the Scooby Doo movie?
Not in the movies, but
Wait.
somewhere along like the timeline of Scooby Doo
Is Scrappy
series
dead?
and shows. Yeah, he actually dies. Like I've
Yeah,
heard this somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. Caught upon F in the chat for my boy
Can I
Scrappy.
get an F in the?
I'm
Can
not
I get
gonna-
an F in chat for Scrappy?
Now,
Nah,
real
fuck
fast
Scrappy.
before we actually come back to the topic of remakes.
Yes, please.
I want to say that we should do one on Scooby Doo. I'm not gonna lie, but I used to always think that Scrappy wasn't that bad when I was younger. I watched I think the cartoon I grew up on was like the Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo 2, what the fuck it was called, and that
You
was
were
the one I
born
used
in
to
the
always watch.
70s?
Okay, it was
Manu-
reruns. I'm not that old, but yes,
Yes.
that was the one. I don't think there was a current. I don't think there was a current Scooby Doo cartoon when I was a kid. For the record, just
Yes, there
'cause I don't
was.
think those.
Yes, there was. A pup
Was
named
there?
Scooby Doo would.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
pup
I,
named
that
Scooby.
one, I hated that one. I don't
Every
think I hated that
generation,
one, but that was the
every
one-
decade had their own
No,
Scooby Doo.
A pup named Scooby Doo is the one where they were all kids,
No!
including the
Yes,
like, the-
exactly. That was fucking keto as shit.
Yes.
the
Okay,
gamer
okay.
kids. It was like I don't want to see fucking like
We were kids when we were watching
5-year-old
it. It makes obvious.
Velma or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm upset now.
Okay,
Apparently-
horror
I'm
movie
upset
remakes.
at you. I'm not doing this
I
show.
just
Good
have shit
night.
opinions. I just have shit opinions. But no. Well, I'll start off talking about the horror movie remakes by talking about an interesting one because actually no, I'm gonna talk like no, not an interesting one. I'm gonna talk about one I love. Now, I love the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original and the remake. Have you? Yes, the original is the one from 1974, mistaken, and the remake I think it's from 2002, maybe before actually.
2003.
But, yes, because I was in high school when that one came out, so that's I'm like I remember that because I saw that one in theaters. That is the only remake where I think both movies are really, really, really good. Like, as in, you could watch, like, I don't want to say the remake is better because I wouldn't go that far. But the remake is amazing. It stars Michael Bay, it stars Michael Bay. Michael Bay. It stars Michael Bay, guys. Did you know that? Everything blows up. I'm just kidding. Yeah, fuck Michael Bay though, because Michael Bay's a piece of shit. And also, I wanted to mention that it's a fun fact because not only is it kind of a little marred because it's the Michael Bay thing, but it's also marred to this day because I don't remember his name. It's the same guy who played Zangief in the Street Fighter movie, the live action Street Fighter movie. He plays Leatherface in those two remakes, Chainsaw Massacre and Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning. And when Gunnar Hansen died, the original Leatherface, he talks shit on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
as one does apparently. Yeah, as one does on Twitter. That. But he's like, "Oh, Gunnar Hansen's dead. Boo hoo," something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh shit." Who gives a fuck? He's dead. He was a nobody.
Yeah,
and he's like, and he tried to like up himself, like, "Oh, I was a better version of it." Like, dick, go fuck yourself.
His name.
And so part of me feels bad praising that movie, knowing that like that dude let it get to his head that he was in a good remake. But yeah, have you seen either Chainsaw Massacre and Nyaru?
Yes.
Manuel, can I chime in for a second?
Yes.
The guy who played Leatherface's name in the remake is Andrew Briniarski.
Oh, yeah. I remember that name specifically because I liked him as Street Fighter also because in Street Fighter the movie, he has that infamous line when like they're watching a CCTV TV thingy, like camera, and you see this car speeding towards the building they're in, and they're watching the car get closer and closer, and Zangief's all like, "Quick, change the channel!" And obviously the car crashes through it. It's Guile, it's Guile, but yeah. Anyways, have you seen Chainsaw Massacre, Nyaru? What do you think about it?
Like the OG, right?
Either the OG or the remake.
So OG, I like it. It's good. 10 out of 10.
It's good.
It's good. It's good.
It's cannibal.
The remake, I don't think I've seen the remake actually. I don't remember.
The remake has Arlie Ermy, which I've always said is the fucking Mandela effect, by the way, because I always thought his name was Arlie Emery, and I could swear to fucking all hell that I've heard people say his name out loud.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like the remake?
It was
Arlie Ermy is the army guy, by the way. You know,
it was okay, but like I prefer the original.
It was very gory. I don't know if you're a fan of gore, Nyaru.
I love gore, actually.
Because the remake has just scenes where like that dude gets his leg cut off, which is funny because to me that always reminded me of the scene that also got cut, but the scene from Scarface when the dude gets his leg cut off. It's not in the movie, but everyone knows that he gets his leg cut off for some reason. But there are production stills of the leg getting cut off. I don't know if that was intentional, but whenever I watch the remake, I think of that Scarface scene. Also, after Leatherface cuts off his leg, he gets a bunch of salt and just shoves it in the wound.
That's really rubbing salt in the wound. Literally.
Exactly. And I saw this in theaters and everyone cringed when he did that, including myself. And there's a scene, spoiler alert, by the way. I think, who's the main star? That's not Jessica. Is that Jessica Biel?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so Jessica Biel is the main star. And by the way, this is a period movie. It all takes place in the 70s, even though obviously it's, shot in modern times, but it takes place in the 70s. So I think there's something about the dudes like I think that the reason why Army hates them all is because like they think they're draft dodging because they're trying to get away from Vietnam or whatever. One of them is, I think, I forget. Anyways. The dude's gonna propose to her. They don't know this, but he gets killed. Leatherface kills him, and she finds out is gonna propose to her, whatever. All sad moment, and then fucking Leatherface shows up wearing his
and
face.
then just go.
And everyone in the theater was like, no, like all sad or no.
I didn't see
or
it
whatever
in
when Leatherface
theaters. I didn't see it in theaters. So
I will admit, part of my I'm not gonna lie, it's actually for several of these movies. Part of my view on them might be a little tinged by that, but I have seen it at home, and I didn't watch the sequel, which is Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning, and the sequel to the remake.
Oh, I didn't
That
even
one's
know there was a
amazing, too.
remake.
Yeah,
I thought that was a prequel.
that
to it.
one. A prequel,
Yeah, it's
I
a
mean.
prequel.
Yeah, sorry. Well, that one's good because that one, like you know how it's gonna end. Like literally, you know how it's gonna end because it literally takes place right before the first one. So you know that everyone's gonna die and the family's gonna come out on top. But it still plays itself off very well, and you find out how Lear Ermi becomes the cop or whatever because he kills the previous one or whatever. But it's a good movie. I liked it. Then again, I'm also kind of a gorehound, so I don't know.
I appreciate gore, so.
You see, the original Chainsaw Massacre though was very infamous because it had no gore.
Yeah.
We all know chainsaw wounds instantly cauterize.
Huh?
We all know chainsaw wounds automatically cauterize.
Of course. There's some good scenes in that one. There's the very first kill. When Leatherface shows up, he hits like this dude on the head with like a hammer. And it makes a very soft thud. Like, if that was a modern movie, they would put a stupid ass sound effect there where it was like crash, crunch or whatever. But when Leatherface does it, it's just like a thud. And then he puts the body in and slams the little steel door that he hides behind, like to his like fucking butcher room. That scene fucking scared the shit out of me when I first saw it as a kid. And I saw this movie as a kid, by the way. I don't know where my parents were letting me watch this as a kid. But yes, the first Chainsaw Massacre. But I loved it because that seemed very real, especially the way like that sound sounded really real. Like if I hit someone in the head with a hammer, not that I ever have or would or did, I'm pretty sure it would make a very realistic thud sound like that. Not like, a Hollywood crash. But anyways, I don't know if you know what scene I'm talking about, but that scene's great. It's the scene they always show because he slides the door, and that's the infamous thing. But yeah, and that's the guy in the remake. That's the dude who gets his leg cut off and then gets the salt in it. But anyways, I will say, huh?
Go ahead. I was gonna move on to like another movie because I'm looking at like a list of horror remakes that have happened, and we talk about the many, and I mean many renditions of The Ring and Grudge and those kind of series.
On my list. I have a whole thing for Asian shit on this little notes thingy. But
this one is the most remaked one. I feel like the most remade horror movie.
The Ring is funny because I did a whole presentation on like the Ring franchise, but I think that when the American Ring came out, it came out way too late. Because the plot still was about videotapes, but the movie came out in 2002. And I was all like...
It's a little bit relevant. I was watching videotapes in like 2004, 2005-ish.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, I had a whole VCR.
I think I literally stopped. I think we were still using some DV tapes for like filming, but I think I had stopped buying VHS
Manuel,
tapes.
you get it. Okay, Manuel, we get it. You're bougie, whatever. Anyway,
yeah,
bougie with my DVD player in the year 2001.
I think the last time I watched a VHS would have been 2012 or 2013.
Really?
Yeah, like fairly recent.
My computer was dead, and that was my DVD player. So I borrowed a VHS player from my anime club's library and just watched their VHSs.
Do they even still sell VHS players? Anyways, keep going with the Ring.
Yes, they do.
No, I'm just saying, like, I'm really noticing, how many Ring remakes? How many Ring remakes?
Because they technically have 2 US ones because they kind of rebooted itself, and then there's a Korean one, and I think there's also a Bollywood one because there's a Bollywood everything. But
yeah, like Ring has really been like the concept of it is like very international. If you it's turned international. There's so many like remakes of it for different cultures and like different parts of the world. It's kind of. I think it's kind of cool in a way, but seeing a Ring movie come out, like I feel like just come out every like 2 to 5 years.
For the record, you can't really buy a VCR on Amazon. When consider my barometer of whether you can buy a VCR still. You can, but they're really expensive. I assume you have to buy one used somewhere. Just to follow up on that.
Go to a thrift store.
Yeah, I was gonna say go to a thrift store. I used to have a VCR under my computer because I used to every so often still would like well, not under my computer, but part of my computer setup because I would eventually sometimes convert movies. But I literally threw that VCR away like in 2013, 2012, because I hadn't used it in years up to that point. But the you want to know something funny about The Ring? And if you watch DTL that I talked about, like this about like 3 weeks ago, or a month ago actually now, you might already know this, but I'm gonna spoil something for everyone. And this actually has nothing to do with the movies. Did you know in the original Ring series that it turns out that the entire world that Sadako is in, that she's like, come like 7 days tape, all that bullshit. Did you know that's a computer simulation? And that the Ring thing is a virus that's happening in the computer. This is a real thing. That this is the way the series.
Wait, is this confirmed by the creator, or is this just like a canon thing?
The movies are based on a book. And the book has sequels. In the last sequel of the book, which has never been filmed, by the way, in the last sequel,
that's why I don't read.
Yeah, it's like Ring, Spiral, and Loop, and then Loop is about when they reveal it all. It's like, oh yeah, it's all been a computer simulation because the movies do this. Some of the later movies, like the Japanese ones only. The whole point of the Sadako thingy is that if a girl watches if a guy watches it, they die, I think. But if a girl watches it, they become pregnant and give birth to a Sadako, and there's like the Sadako clones, which is a plot in that Sadako versus Kayako movie, which is terrible. Don't watch that movie. But
wait,
yeah,
like terrible and like it's disgusting. Or
no,
terrible,
it's just
bad?
terrible as in like it's bad.
Okay, because when you say
made.
terrible, especially in the context of horror movies, you need to describe what kind of terrible, horrible.
I remember still using VHS tapes in 2010. I don't know how you guys are still using VHS tapes that late. Anyway, the Grudge though, I like the American Grudge. That's another. I didn't actually write it in the notes, but I feel that's another remake that's at least good.
It's so rare to hear good and remake.
Yeah,
in the same sentence.
That's a special case, though. I don't know if you know this, but the American Grudge movie was not only filmed in Japan, but obviously you know that because it's in Japan. But it was written and directed by, I can't remember his name, Takashi Shimizu, if I'm not mistaken. I think I got top of my head. Hopefully that's right. It was written and directed by the same guy who did the Japanese one. So that could be why that one was good.
Yeah.
It had the same people behind. It also had the same actors. Well, not all of them, but it had the same people playing the family. The little boy, the mom, and the dad were the same people. So they literally just did it in English. I think the character, the Sarah Michelle Gellar character, is like a student. It's been a while since I've seen it, but yeah. Other than the fact that she's American, there's a few other Americans around her. It's the same movie in English. So yeah. I don't know. Did you ever see any other Asian ones?
Well, I know Train to Busan is getting remade for like American audiences.
Fuck.
Oh, don't
Really?
do that.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I think it's gonna be a Netflix thing.
Yeah, it is a Netflix thing because they announced it.
There's a meme about that because it's all like, how the fuck are they gonna remake that? Because we don't have.
It's not Train to Busan. It's Train to, I don't know, motherfucking New York or something.
But we don't have trains like that. That's the whole point. It's like we don't have public transportation infrastructure the same way.
Obviously, they're gonna film it in Korea, but it's not gonna be with Korean people. It's gonna have like American people.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like,
yeah, they'll do like the Grudge thing.
Yeah, I was saying, unless they do the Grudge, which I'm not gonna lie. If they do it, I hope they do, because otherwise it doesn't make any sense. I like
it doesn't make any sense just to remake it. It's not.
Just fucking watch it with subtitles.
The thing is, yeah, just watch it with subtitles. I remember when Parasite came out. there was like a really good argument that like
record something off local TV.
most foreign films should be enjoyed in their original language, subtitles included. Because if you just dub it over or if you just remake it, it's not going to deliver the same message, no matter how true they stay to it. It's just never as like comparable.
I don't know. I agree though. Like I'll never understand the constant need. Honestly, I don't understand remakes at all.
My dad, sometimes my dad, like, he'll be like, I cannot watch anime with like subtitles because I need to focus on like the actual scene. I'm like, no, Dad, you don't understand. Here I am. I know this is subs versus dubs like debate.
I was gonna say like sub versus dub debate.
No, but the reason why I really would like for him to, like, because like I mean, like, I have dyslexia, and here I am still reading the subs and everything, and trying my best to enjoy it in its most original format as possible. But I think, like, no matter what, you should just enjoy media in its original formation and take without.
I've always thought it was
changes.
Weird. I've never mentioned this before in the sub versus dub debate because we've never actually had the episode where we discussed it fully. But I
don't want to have an episode like that either way.
Exactly, because it'll be a dumpster fire. Even if we agree on it, it'll just be a dumpster fire.
It will be a dumpster fire. It'll end up on one of us just leaving completely.
I've always thought it's funny. Like, imagine if you get like a music, like if I got a CD from like, I can't think of it on top of my head. Kodakumi. I bought the new, because she came out with something recently. I bought the new Kodakumi single. Imagine if I bought the single, but because it's in Japanese, an American singer sung over it, in a translation. I've
actually seen that happen in a couple of like.
Which is funny because technically there have been cases like the Hello Project did a CD where they did English versions. Sucked. Yeah. Don't do it, but for some reason we accept it in other media. But anyways. Weston, let's get some horror movie remake insight from you. What's an interesting one you want to discuss real fast?
Actually, I want to discuss. I'll discuss the comparison to an old and new. But have you guys seen the movie Shudder?
Shudder.
Wait.
With Joshua Johnson.
The one with the teeth man, right?
No, it's about a camera where the dude cheated on.
Yes.
Oh.
I just saw I forgot that was another Asian movie.
It's a Thai movie. It's a Thai movie. Yeah,
it's a Thai movie. There you go.
Ooh, Thai horror. Fuck yeah.
Thai horror, and then they Americanized it. Yeah.
Wait, they Americanized it?
Yeah, back in 2008, I want to say 2007, because I remember this was. Yeah. I remember seeing the original Thai one at a bootleg place, and then I seen the American one that they were gonna make, because that was during the time they were making everything from Asia, like the Grudge, The Ring, and Shudder was another one that they did as well. Like the original one's still good, and the American one is somewhat okay, but if you're not really like too, what you call it, like,
dude, I'm not gonna spoil it, but the way like the whole twist with the ghost though.
Yeah,
that got me. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not gonna say what it is.
Yeah, but you said there's a twist, so now we know there's one.
Yeah, fuck you, Manuel.
There's obviously gonna be a twist. By the way, do you know the twist in the Grudge with that girl is in every picture?
Shut up!
That's in the Grudge. Did you know that
show
comes out the TV at the end of the Ring? Anyways.
So from the movie that I want to mention is the Nightmare what the fuck is it? The Freddy movie, the one
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, the old one was pretty good because it was his first, and then they did the 2010 remake with the Jackie Earl Hurley.
No way. That was bad. You want to know something I just found? By the way, plug to another to a YouTuber I love watching. What the fuck's his name? Minty Comedic Art. He does like a He just did a Nightmare on Elm Street one today, and I don't know if you watched it already.
I have to watch it.
I already watched it.
First of all, Warren did a really cool detail on Saturday about like the Asian. I don't know if you know the Asian sleep disorder thing where they would die in their sleep, and then Minty talked about it. Like, what the fuck? I felt like that was so like perfect. But anyway, more importantly, I found out in that Minty video that the dude who played Freddy in the remake tried out for the original Nightmare, playing one of the kids.
Really?
I didn't know that, and that is true.
He was supposed to be the Johnny Depp character,
Yes,
but Johnny Depp did end up getting it instead.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like they
And
both
apparently-
went in together to audition because Johnny Depp told him, "Oh, we should audition for it," but Johnny Depp ended up getting it instead of Jackie Earl Haley.
Isn't that wild? That
That's
blew my
crazy.
mind. That he was in an alternate universe. He was the Johnny Depp character in the original, but then he became Freddy Krueger, which that movie sucks.
It did.
There's a scene. It's probably, I don't know if this counts as a spoiler, but one of the things trying to modernize it was that when one of the kids is like worried about falling asleep, he starts live streaming himself staying awake. And when he eventually inevitably falls asleep in the live stream, he starts being like tossed around in his room, but like on the live stream. And I don't know. At first, I'm not gonna lie. At first, I thought it was just the theater I was in, because the theater I was in, everyone. And then I watched it at home, and I'm like, no, that's still funny. It's like there's nothing scary about that, because first of all, it's really bad CGI, and it's like, you know, it's like it looks like I'm watching like fucking ragdoll physics in a video game. We mentioned this loosely, briefly in another podcast or something, and I feel weird saying that this is one of the reasons one of the few plot points in the remake that I think was interesting. But in the original movie, they imply that in the original movies, which is always kind of weird because then Freddy becomes like a very comedic character, but they always imply that Freddy is like, he's a monster. He's a Jared Fogle. He's a Jared Fogle, if you know, of Subway.
Yeah.
And in the remake, they lean on that. And part of me is like, okay, that feels a lot more real and, you know, like horrific and everything like that. But then part of me is like, maybe you should. This is probably why you should have just left that part out of the remake.
That was it went too detailed on.
Yeah, That's why I don't like it, actually.
I'm gonna spoil this one because, like,
don't
go
stop.
watch it.
It's
No,
spoiler
don't watch it.
free.
No, don't watch this one. But they actually end up finding his stash, and I was just like, okay, we didn't need this in the movie.
Yeah,
I just reminded of that.
Yeah, they find his stash, and I'm not gonna lie, like, even though I thought it was interesting they explored that, but I'm like, was that something that needed to be explored?
Okay.
Yeah, it was not necessary.
Manuel,
I get it. They're trying to do like shock factor and everything. It's the 2010s. That's a big trend in movies. But at the same time, there's a right and wrong way of doing that. And that was the wrong way of doing that.
Elm Street. Freddy Krueger's gonna be slinging Subway sandwiches soon. Anyways, what were you gonna say, JD? You're gonna cut me off.
Yes, I put this in the outline, but I agree with you that the original is definitely the better movie. But that one scene in the remake I really liked, the one in the drugstore, because you can tell.
I did see that.
Because if you pay attention, you can tell which one's in the dream and which one's not because of the background music.
Yeah.
You want to know like what the original Nightmare on Elm Street has one of the scariest scenes to me in my life. There's a scene
Which one?
when she the Nancy, actually it's not the Nancy. Yeah, it's Nancy. She falls asleep in class, but you don't know she's sleeping yet because
I know what you're talking about.
There's the boy reading from the book. Suddenly he starts mumbling, and it's like she looks up and he's reading really weird. She's in the dream. So she gets up, and the body, the friend that had just died, is in the body bag, and like leaving a little blood trail where she's leaving.
Yeah.
But the part that really gets me, and it's funny because some people would laugh at this moment, but the part where the hall monitor is like, "Hey, where's your hall pass?" And she's like, "Screw you," or whatever she says. And the girl, who's like, the girl suddenly turns back, and she has Freddy's claw, and she has a sweater, and she's still the girl. She's not like, she's not Freddy, but she's all like, she turns into like part Freddy for a minute there, and then Nancy runs and finds, ends up in the boiler section. But that scene scared the shit out of me as a kid, and I think I watched it on TV.
No, you know what scene scares the shit out of me in Nightmare on Elm Street? It's from the first one. Like the ending. No, wait, was it the first one or? Yeah, no, it was the first one. Where. Nancy and her friends get in the car and everything, and they leave to go to school, but then it's controlled by Freddy, and then her fucking mom gets sucked through the fucking window. Like inside, I know it's safe, but at the same time, it always just gets me.
Now, it's funny because if you watch that scene now, that kind of makes me laugh because the way they drag the mom is like, I don't know what model they used, or what if that's a miniature and a toy.
I feel
but like the mom is like this. She's like,
it's like a dummy.
Yeah, they use like a dummy.
But she's not flexible. She's not like flopping. She's just like also rigid.
Yeah.
As a kid though, that did scare the shit out of me too.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's why it scared me, was because of how rigid she looked when she went through it and everything.
She was already dead. It did bother me though that we never got any like closure on that, because spoiler alert, I wasn't even spoiler alert, but in part 3, which has not been remade, the Dream
Warriors, right? Yeah,
Nancy comes
the
back.
best one.
Dawkins song.
Yes, Dream Warriors. Yes. Anyways, the Nancy's back, but I always wanted to be all like, oh yeah, and then right after I killed Freddy, I had this dream my mom died and now she's dead, or something. I don't know, because the mom I think did die, because like her corpse was like being lowered on the bed at one point. Or
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, huh? And not only that, but they're all dead. Like that scene, like all of her friends are dead. When she's in the car with them, like it's yeah, it's all them, all dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clearly, I guess, Nancy's dream. I don't know. Maybe that was just a normal nightmare, like as in normal, as in a non-Freddy one. I don't know.
Well, I know Wes Craven left up to interpretation to everyone.
Rest in peace, Wes Craven, too, by the way.
Yeah, seriously.
Rest in peace, Wes Craven. Give us the best horror movies ever.
Literally.
There was he also did The Hills Have Eyes. I'm just gonna mention this fast. The Hills Have Eyes have a remake. And all I remember from the remake, I'm not gonna lie. I remember the remake being okay. I have in the notes that it's bad. It's okay. Go watch that one if you want. But the original is really out there, really crazy. And I just remember there's a scene, and I'm pretty sure not a lot of people have watched The Hills Have Eyes. It's one of his lesser known movies, especially the original. But there's a scene where they basically are like tormenting this family in like the middle of the desert, but like they're just fucking with this girl in the middle of the desert, and she is just screaming for like 15 minutes straight. If you watched it, Weston, I just remember watching it. I watched
it with a friend, but I haven't seen it in years though.
Yeah,
but I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
but I never watched this one.
We recommend you watch it. Watch the original one and watch the new one.
Well, of course, you watch the original first.
No joke. In the original first one, they kind of have the remake, not so much. But the original first one of the heroes is a dog. I'm not even joking with you. One of the heroes is a dog who ends up doing a bunch of revenge because they I won't spoil why the dog's getting revenge, but like literally it's like a dog starts getting like getting even. But yeah,
sounds like Goosebumps.
I don't think they even ended up killing the girl that's just screaming. They're just like, she just screams for like 10-15 minutes in this movie. And I remember watching it. I was watching it at night. Me and my friend had rented it, and I remember watching it. I'm like, we need to put this down. We got to keep putting it, because like my parents in the other room, like what the fuck are you watching? And I was just like, God damn, she's gonna just keep screaming like this. And I think they eat a bird in that scene. No joke. Poor bird. Manual fact. What's a manual fact?
Oh yeah,
a manual. An actual manual. Wait,
Manuel. Let me take care of this one. Yeah, Manuel's so old that right after God said, "Let there be light," you saw Manuel nearly turned it off.
Oh, that's a good one, actually.
Wait,
I'm not
can I do
lie.
another
That's
one?
a good one. That's a good one. That was a good one. I'm gonna give that to you.
There's no more. I hate it.
I was looking at the promo like vids for VTube Studio second vid showed Nyaru. What? You're promo. You're on a promo on
yeah.
You're like, yeah, I'm kind of a thing.
Yeah.
No, but
was it the showcase one?
Yeah, actually saying that it showed you on a stream or something like that. Was it a showcase one? Oh,
probably.
By the way,
yeah. I was like the second person to submit to that thing. They put us in order submissions.
Q is going to be debuting a QTuber model soon. That's why I call it QTuber.
No, don't call her. Don't use that.
Oh, I just realized. I think QTuber is a real thing.
Yes, that's a different thing.
Oh, Weston's disconnected. He'll be back, but I hope so. But no, QTuber is a real thing. It's people who Also back.
Now you have to delete this whole stream. You know that?
Actually, fun fact. Wes actually it didn't matter if he left because on the bottom he doesn't have a camera, so it didn't even fuck with our cameras.
No,
But
I'm
anyways.
talking about for Q. You have to delete this whole
Oh,
stream.
because I said Q-tober.
Yeah, you have to edit it. You have to edit it out.
I think I will edit that out because that was.
I
do plan to. I do plan to edit this and put like the movies we're talking about, like the way I did for last week's stream. So I think I will take up to that part. I'll stop talking about it so I have to keep deleting. Anyway, what else is here? Let me see. That's what we use when somebody doesn't have the video on that thing from Eva. Now going on about that thing, there's a couple other remakes I wanted to mention like that are like from like the big franchises. The Dawn of the Dead remake. Now,
never watched it.
Really? That seems like it would have been up your alley because I was like, wouldn't you have been about that age when that one came out? Like,
yeah, I remember hearing about it, but like it's funny because when I was younger, I did not like scary movies. Because I just did not like scary things, and I would avoid anything scary, even like Nightmare on Elm Street. I wasn't until like my teenage years till I started watching like scary movies.
I don't know why I found that like chuckle worthy, but Dawn of the Dead. Well, have you seen it? Okay, you know the premise of Dawn of the Dead, though, right, Nyaru?
No.
Let's explain that real fast. Okay, just real fast. The original is a sequel to Night of the Living Dead, which, by the way, we're watching next week. But the sequel is Night of the Living Dead, where the zombie infection thingy is still spreading, and there's a few random survivors who decide a good place to hole up is inside of a shopping mall. And so if you've ever seen any trope of a zombie outbreak where they go into a mall, it's based on Dawn of the Dead. Now, they remade it in the mid 2000s or so. And I can't remember who was in it. Ving Rhames was in it. And I don't remember who the fuck else was in it. But there's some what I found interesting though, there's a couple interesting things to it. First of all, it was a much bigger group. Like as in like there was like 15 or 20 survivors that were just like the original was like 4 people, but now there's a big little group in there that's hiding out. Also, the zombies run in this movie. This kind of started like they ran in Return of the Living Dead also like in the 80s, but this was kind of like the new big zombie movie where zombies run. Which is annoying because it's a remake of the Romero zombies and everyone calls the Romero zombies. But no, these zombies run. Also, this movie used Down with the Sickness a lot in its soundtrack. You know, the ooh, wah, I can't even do that. The movie ends. I won't spoil the ending, but the movie ends with that. And during the middle, there's this big montage where it's like a time skip. There's a big montage in the middle where they use the Richard Cheese version. If you don't know what Richard Cheese is, he basically does he does the same songs, but he does them like funny. Like this is like lounge versions. That's the best way to put it. He does lounge versions. And so it's like something down with the sickness. You fucker, get up. You know, it goes on like that. Like
get
you know,
down with the sickness.
So yeah, it's like a lounge. It's great scene. Great movie. That's not a great movie. It's a good popcorn movie. I thought. There's a scene with a zombie baby. There's a scene with a zombie baby that the chick gives birth and the baby's a zombie because she got bit. A spoiler. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but you know that was gonna happen.
It is a spoiler.
It actually is because I think there was a lot of talk because she got bit. There's a lot of talk whether the baby was going to be a zombie or not. But I think there isn't a version of the movie where like the baby isn't a zombie. But I don't know. No. That's an okay movie. I just like it because of that fucking bullshit, and it wasn't bad. Now I have heard some people say that it has like a weird like. But it's a Zack Snyder movie, by the way. I remember that's what I was gonna say earlier.
His first directorial debut.
Oh, was it really? It's a Zack Snyder movie, and he's the one who did like Justice League. But there's a lot of people who like who cite that as like there's like some weird sort of like anti-LGBTQ like messages in that one. If you ever watch it, it's weird. It's very subtle. But I wanted to pin that out in case anyone like pings me on that for saying I like it, and they're like, "Oh, Manuel likes that." Because a lot of people are like Zack Snyder. Where's the anti-Zack Snyder cut for this movie? It's been a thing that YouTubers have been bringing up over the past year or two about that movie. Anyway, what else is there on this list? Yara, what other remakes do you want to talk about? Have you seen Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th, which remake?
Mess right there, that remake.
Well, which remake? I feel like this one is. I feel like this is another one that feels like it always gets remade.
No, the funny thing about you saying that is that I saw somebody do I think it's this YouTuber I watch called Scaredy Cats. He did he's not the one I actually heard it from first, but he's also one.
Did you actually know there's another Friday the 13th remake coming out in 2023?
Is there really? Hold on.
Yeah, an all-new Friday the 13th, a reboot, if you will, delivers legendary mass murderer Jason Voorhees to the big screen in the go around.
The way you said Voorhees.
I'm sorry.
Someone, I need to clip that. I'm gonna clip.
No, fuck you.
Goodbye. Oh shit! Jason Voorhees. Did everyone hear that?
That's a porn parody name, duh.
Anyways.
It does sound funny.
Anyways, yeah, there's a new one coming out in 2023.
So
I was right. This movie does get remade a lot.
It does.
No, I was gonna say even beyond that. I don't know if it kind of counts as a remake, but a lot of the sequels kind of like, even though a lot of them are numbered, a lot of them start like ignoring previous sequels.
Yeah, exactly. I hate when that shit happens. Like just say it's a reboot that takes place in a different universe. Your interpretation of it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to call it a sequel. Just say it's a reboot or a different interpretation.
Well, never watched Godzilla, Nyaru.
Oh yeah, Godzilla.
Don't even talk about that. Don't even.
I don't want to get started on Godzilla. Technically,
that's a whole stream on its own.
Exactly.
No, that's a whole ass stream on its own.
Godzilla not only has reboots, but then they have standalone movies. Like they have a whole series of movies that came out in the 2000s that were all meant to just be their own movie, like not related to each other at all. Anyways, Friday the 13th, the remake. First of all, if you ever watch Scream, you already know this. But in the very first Friday the 13th movie, who is the killer, Weston?
Pressure's on. No, I'm just kidding. It's the mom.
Yeah, it's the mom. It's Pamela Voorhees, Jason's mom.
Voorhees.
If you ever watch Scream, that's the whole punchline. Drew Barrymore gets the phone call like, "Who's the one?" And she's like, "It's Jason."
And he's like, "Wrong."
And yes, like, I seen that movie. Yes, and they kill her boyfriend because of that. But yeah. So in the sequels, it starts being Jason, and it's not till part 3 that he puts his mask on. Now, the weird thing about the remake,
I mean, he did have somewhat of a mask in the second one.
He had
the hockey mask wasn't until the third one.
Yeah, he had a sack. He had he put like a burlap sack over his face. Yeah. Excuse me. By the way, fun fact, I think it's part 7 is the only movie where kids show up to the camp. So technically that's the movie that the game is based on. The NES game, by the way. So I'm getting at that. But anyways, the remake is funny because the remake, you would think they would either just skip the first movie and just jump to part 3 or some bullshit or something like that. But the remake tries to tell by the way, this is not really a spoiler because it's the first 30 minutes. But I remember being shocked in the theaters when this happened. I was telling JD about this. Were you shocked when this happened, West, by the way? Because the first part of the movie,
I didn't see it in the movie.
Oh, so the first part of the movie is remaking the first movie with the mom. And then, no joke, after about like 20-30 minutes, they show the fucking title screen, and then the real movie starts. It's a mess. It's a fucking mess.
I said it was a hot mess.
And Nyaru, if you were trying to attract kids to the woods into a park to kill a camp to kill them, how would you attract a bunch of teenagers?
Wait, what? Repeat that.
How would you attract a bunch of teenagers to a random camp to kill them? What would you do?
Food and sex.
Close.
Alcohol.
I'm not joking
alcohol,
here. I'm not joking here. They never quite explain it, but it's kind of implied that Jason is growing weed in Crystal Lake to attract kids.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah, I mean, like, you remember that Wes? Because people like they go there for the weed, but the weed was already there. Like they go there to get some of the weed. They didn't plant it. It's implied that Jason's been maintaining the weed.
Smoke weed every day.
A pass, it sounds like.
I know. Imagine
Wait,
Jason when he's bored.
does that mean Crystal Lake is based in Colorado?
I think Crystal Lake. Well, first of all, the first movie was. I learned this also through a Minty video. I watched that with auto playing after the Nightmare on Elm Street one. Apparently, wherever they filmed the first Friday the 13th movie, it's still a functioning camp to this very day.
Yeah.
Like it's still a functioning.
But don't people pay like a lot of money to like send their kids to that one because of like how famous it is?
Apparently it got that prestige now. Which I'm not gonna lie, I would own it. It'd be fucking like fucking Crystal. I don't know what it's called. It's not called Crystal Lake. It's called like something. I think it's something native. It's like a hard to pronounce name. But yeah, it's like a hard to pronounce name. I'm not gonna try. Even if I saw it, I'm not gonna try to pronounce it. But Jar like it's I can't even
Camp Forest Green.
Fucked up. Is it really just Forest Green?
I think so. Is located in Crystal Lake, Cunningham County, New Jersey, previously Forest Green County and Wessex County.
Well, that could be
Camp Crystal
Honestly,
Lake is the most famous from the horror series. Yeah.
It might be that, but I was gonna say the fucking weed thing is just weird, and it blows my mind. I just imagine Jason like
in New Jersey, weed.
No, I just imagine I don't imagine that being weird, but I imagine when he's bored.
I imagine that being weird. I'm sorry, especially in like the 80s.
Like in between killing people, like when in between camp counselors showing up, he just like
dude, the fucking smoke that comes out of his mouth, the holes in his mask.
That's what I was gonna say. Like it's like fucking turns into Scream where he's just smoking weed. Remember not Scream, Scary Movie. Remember they're like, what's up? What's up? But that's Jason Voorhees. It's not the fucking ghost face.
Oh no! Wait, hold on. I found it. Okay, so Camp Crystal Lake is a much iconic part of Friday the 13th franchise, and Jason himself in 2011, fans got the opportunity to shoot a real location for the very first time. Camp Nobe Bosco, typically shown to Nobe, is a Boy Scout camp located in Hardwick, New Jersey.
Yeah, that's the one.
Because it's still active a location for Boy Scouts of America, it is considered private property and it's illegal for fans to traverse without a sanctioned tour. For a long time, BSA didn't condone visitors' interest at the central themes of the film don't exactly collide with their core values. So nobody was allowed to visit the premise. However, on a very I know, but very special Friday the 13th in 2011, fans got a chance to at what was considered to be once in a lifetime opportunity when Nobe opened its doors for a small short tour of the filming location.
Dude, weed. Sorry, we're just going about the weed.
No, that's it.
That is the camp. I remember that name because, like I said, I just heard it in the video earlier, and I'm just like, what? I can't print. But the Nobe, is that what the short version is?
Nobe.
Yeah,
Nobe.
I would say that because the other one was just. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try. I assume it's native. I'm not sure, but I'm just gonna assume it is because it sounds like one of those. A lot of these things typically are. Anyway, but yeah, it's the weed movie. It's very bad. It's not good. What annoys me about horror movie remakes, and I want to bring this up big time, is that it kills the original franchise. You know what I mean? Because now we're not going to get Jason Friday the 13th Part 11. Do we need it? I don't know. But we're not going to get that. We're going to just keep getting more and more remakes until one of them hits. And they just start making sequels to that, like the Halloween shit. No, I can't even have mentioned Halloween. It's Halloween. Nyaru, you want to talk about a movie that keeps getting remade?
What?
It's Halloween.
Halloween. I was like, Halloween.
Michael Myers. Like fucking baby, but like the killer version. That was my bad. That was my really bad.
And Michael.
God. That was
Austin Powers.
That was my Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. That was my Austin Powers impression, by the way. Did you like it? I was gonna say, did it make you horny? But I don't like saying that. I don't want that in an audio clip. But yeah. Anyways, I don't want to start talking about Austin Powers bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. I found those movies hilarious as a kid. Then I watched them a few years after the fact. It was still a long ass time ago. And I'm like, these aren't that funny, but I can see how a young person would like them. I'm sure that they're full of humor that it would not stand up today. So I'm not gonna try to protect them at all. So I'm just gonna move on. Halloween. You want to hear my hot take about Halloween, guys? And this is so all of them, the whole franchise. I've been sitting on this for about all year now because I came to this realization.
That's why I don't want to listen to it.
My hot take is kind of like the Halloween movies are like the Sonic movies. I mean, Sonic movies. It's like the Sonic video games to me, where I don't think there has ever been a good Halloween movie. There have been there was 3 good movies. You want to know what my favorite Halloween movie is? It's Halloween.
Season of the Witch?
Yes, it's Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. That's a fucking amazing movie. And Michael Myers is not in that one. Well, he's in a cameo. He's on the TV. You know, he's literally on a TV.
They both make a cameo. Both Jamie Lee Curtis and
Jamie Lee Curtis is the voice. She's the voice at the fucking.
She's the announcer.
Yeah. But that's a great movie. It's a different movie. It's not a slasher. 8 more days to Halloween. You know how old I was when I realized that was London Bridge is falling down?
Today?
You were
that was literally a couple months ago. I honestly didn't realize. I'm not joking.
God, that's such a boomer thing.
I used to keep thinking that was an original song. Like, oh look, they're doing the Halloween. And every so often when I would hear it, like as an okay, how often do you hear London Bridge is falling down? But every so often when I would hear an instrumental, they're playing the Halloween.
England, London,
yeah,
probably heard of that.
I was like, oh, they're playing the Halloween 3 song, like the Silver Shamrock song. It's like 8 more days to Halloween. 8 more days to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. That's the way the song would go. So whenever I would hear that, I'm like, oh, it's a Silver Shamrock song. And it wasn't until, once again, I don't want to keep mentioning Minty. Once again, like I think I was watching a Minty video he did like last Halloween, and he mentioned that it was done to the London Bridge thing, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, it is. I never put that together. I would have never put that together. But no, Halloween movies all suck. The first 2 movies are okay. Okay, the first movie's great. I'm not gonna lie, the first movie scared the shit out of me. Have you seen that one, Nyaru? First Halloween movie? Mm-hmm. Jamie Lee Curtis? Okay, yes. That movie fucking scared the shit out of me.
It scared the shit out of me too. It actually scared my mom, and she loves horror movies.
The ending is so great. That's actually why I don't like the sequel as much. The sequel's a good slasher movie, but I hate that they just follow it up. At the end, fucking Michael Myers gets shot a bunch of times. He falls down, and when they go to look for him, he's gone. And they start playing the theme, and it's just like, oh, was that the boogeyman? It's like, yes, I think he was. By the way, most people don't realize this because they watch the whole series together, or they already know the plot because of like culture. But in the first movie, Michael Myers is not Jamie Lee Curtis's brother, or I can't remember, Laurie Strode. It's not her brother. He is just killing babysitters. Like, presumably, he shows up back to his house. He sees her come to the house and just wants to kill her and her friends. There's literally no reason why he's killing. It's later on when they retcon it and they're like, oh, it's his. They like Star Wars did, where it's like it's your sister, And then they start bringing up all the fucking Sam Hain bullshit and all. Or by the way, do you know Sam Hain's pronounced Salwin?
Yeah, Salwin. It's a what you call it? Damn it! It's a Wiccan word.
Yeah, it's pronounced Salwin. So if you ever see that word, it's Salwin, not Sam Hain. Sam Hain, like I just kept saying. Anyways, but have you seen the new remakes of a Halloween, Nyaru? Rob Zombie ones?
Oof. No, I haven't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad you haven't. They're really bad.
That's what I heard. That's why I haven't watched them actually.
Now, I don't. JD, what's your view on Rob Zombie horror movies?
I haven't seen many horror movies. I'm sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you not seen the Halloween?
Trying to change that.
Yeah. I've seen all the Alien movies, or at least the original 4, and I've seen the Nightmare on Elm Street and the remake just for this.
Is Manuel a fake boomer? Who put that up there? Who put that up there?
Not me.
We'll never know.
Why does it have 4 votes? Who's voting for that? Anyway, what the fuck was I getting at? No, they keep remaking it. Some of them were better than others, but none of them were good. And I've always thought the fucking metric to a good Halloween movie just has to be like, oh, did it kind of spook you a little? Was Jamie Lee Curtis badass in this one? Shit like that. Like, she wasn't. They kind of did it with H2O where they retcon. Well, first of all, they kind of did it with Part 4, which oh, even though he burned in part 2, it's like, oh, now he's kind of back. But then they really did it with H2O. They did it with Rob Zombie, and they kind of did it, whether you consider it a remake or just a reboot. Or just like a new sequel. But they did it with Halloween again in like 2017, when like everyone's old, and I don't know. Okay, first of all, I don't like that one. I just want to say it out here. It seems to be a controversial thing to say. I think everyone loves the new Halloween movies. I think Halloween Kills, which is the sequel to that one, is out in theaters this second, like as we speak. Because I know Stacks went to go see it when it opened. But I don't like any of those movies. The Halloween movies suck. Halloween was never a good franchise.
I hate the Busta Rhymes one. Fuck that movie.
Oh,
fuck that movie.
Yeah, that was the funny one, because you want to know something hilarious? Out of all the Halloween movies that have ever come out, including the Rob Zombie ones, the only one I ever saw in theaters was that one, which is called Halloween Resurrection, by the way. That's the only one I ever saw in theaters. That one had a cool concept, and it's never been confirmed, but most people assume that movie was not a Halloween movie, and that someone just picked up a script and just made it a Halloween movie. Because the main plot is about like a reality show where they go into the Michael Myers house, and like they're like doing like a Blair Witch type thing, but they all have cameras on their heads or whatever. And it turns out that Michael Myers is really there. At first, trying to like pretend, and Busta Rhymes is one of the producers. And no joke, there's scenes where he starts like martial arts fighting with like fucking Michael Myers and kicks his ass. And that was some bullshit. I'm not gonna lie, it was fun in the theater when I think he ends up like killing him. It's like, trick or treat, motherfucker. That was funny to see in a theater with a group of people. That was hilarious. Was it a good Halloween movie? Fuck no. Fucking murdered the franchise. It literally did, because that was the last one. That was the last one until the and then the next one was the remake. Yeah. And Rob Zombie has the rare distinction, similar to the Chainsaw Massacre one, where he got to make a sequel to the remake. The sequel's even worse. He fucking
it's really worse. It's so worse that what's his name denounces it.
Oh, John Carpenter?
Yeah, he says like that was like the worst thing he ever done.
It's actually sad, because when I was writing my notes, I had to make sure John Carpenter was still alive. He is.
He still is.
Yeah, I was like, because I saw him at a con, like I think at a Monster Palooza about like 3-4 years ago, and I'm like, is he still alive? I hope he's still alive. Because,
no, he's still alive.
Yeah, because unfortunately, some of the people we mentioned aren't like
more alive than your mom.
Wow. Oh man, Halloween Kills opens on October 15th. No, it's already out. Well, Snacks watched it somehow. I don't know.
Do you get a premiere ticket?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Snacks definitely saw it in some sort of special thingy, because there was a Q&A afterwards. Okay, so he probably went to an event. Because he had pictures of himself at a. I'll ask him tomorrow if you guys are on tomorrow. Like whoever's watching, he'll be on a different stream tomorrow, and we'll ask him then. But but we're almost out of time. But I want to talk about Child's Play before we leave, because
Oh, okay. So that's one I've actually watched. I watched the remake, and I watched all the Child's Play movies before that. It's not as good, I guess. Yeah, that's it. That's all I gotta say on it. It's just not as good.
No, the remake
is there. Right. It was all right. Yeah, it was. It's nothing to like.
And you know, this is cool. It made it better, but it's like, oh, this okay, cool. Yeah.
It's there. It's there.
The concept was there.
Honestly, yeah. I wish they made a different movie. Because there are parts of it I like. What do you mean
different movie?
Like, it wasn't Child's Play. Like, it was just Buddy. Well, the thing that bothers me is that
my buddy.
The thing that bothers me is that there was a brand new Child's Play movie. It was called like Cult of Chucky, that had just come out the year before that remake. So the franchise was still going. I mean,
just like there's one.
No, there's two of them. There's one and there's another one.
Yeah, and there's a TV show that's coming out soon on Sci-Fi, which is not.
It's airing right now. It's not Halloween.
It's not part of the remake series. It's part of the original. So it's so weird that they remade it in between somehow. But no, like the concept of a killer doll that's a bit more of with modern tech in them, and it kind of has like, Wi-Fi capability or Bluetooth capabilities with other dolls and other technology. That I like that concept. That wasn't really a Child's Play movie though. If you've never seen the original Child's Play, first of all, I don't think the original movie was supposed, the original script was supposed to have voodoo, but it does.
No, that
the
was
original
added later.
Yeah, the plot of the original movie is that there's fucking voodoo, fucking Brad Dourif, Worm Tongue. If you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, Brad Dourif shows up and he's all like, voodoo nonsense to a doll and puts a spirit into it, and he's trying to get out of the doll into various people. And that's the plot of every single movie. And in the remake, so like, you ever see that itchy? Like, I know this is already a meme, but it really is this. You ever seen that fucking itchy and scratchy thingy in the Treehouse of Horror with it? Not the itchy doll, the crusty doll. Where it's like, here's your problem. Someone set this doll to evil. That's the fucking plot of the movie. That's the plot of the remake.
Wow.
Some dude. I mean, this is not even a spoiler because this happens in the opening scene. They're like in like somewhere in Southeast Asia, wherever the fuck they're manufacturing these dolls. And this overworked guy literally just like programs the doll to evil and then kills himself. And then the doll ends up fucking being evil.
Evil doll.
There's some good. There's some good. Is that a song?
Evil
No.
doll.
Oh.
Yeah, I made it up too.
There's some good parts in it, and Michael, what's his name? Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill is the voice of Chucky in that one, and Mark Hamill, in case you don't know, is voice acting wise, he's known as the Joker from Batman and a bunch of shit.
What?
But more famously,
he played a role in a very small film called Star Wars.
A very small film. I don't know if you've ever heard of Star Wars. He's Luke Skywalker.
Nah, never.
So yeah, I'm here to save you. Like, aren't you a little short for a Chucky doll? Or sorry, that's a. Anyways, but what I always thought was funny was that Aubrey Plaza, I think, is that her name?
Yes.
I actually don't know who that is. I don't know any actress's name, but I fucking know her name. But Aubrey Plaza, I thought was a little too young for that role. I mean, I don't know how old she actually is, but I'm like, did you have this kid when you were like fucking 15? Which is the thing. No shame if that's what your life was.
Yeah, she was a teen pregnancy.
But was that a plot point? I don't know. But the whole thing struck me as weird. I'm like, how old are you? Like, why do you have a kid this old? So yeah, it's like I felt like she was, because in part 2, the original Child's Play part 2, the plot is a little boy is like in like a foster home, and he has like a foster sister, and the foster sister, it reminded me of that dynamic. I'm like, are you his sister? It's like, are you really his mom? Like, right? Anyway. The Chucky TV series premieres on Syfy, I refuse to call that sci-fi, and USA Network on October 12th. In 2018, Plaza was 30. She was 34?
Damn.
Yeah.
She looked good for 34. Like, that's real talk. I thought she was in her 20s. I'm not even joking. I thought she was like in her early 20s. Go watch that movie. As far as I think, most of the ones we mentioned so far are on Shudder. Some of them are on Amazon Prime. Most of the ones we mentioned are on Shudder. Any rapid fires before we end? Anything you want to add, Nyaru, before we start wrapping up? Pussy.
Yeah.
Pussy.
I want ice cream.
Oh, you want ice cream?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get ice cream.
No, real fast. The It remake. I didn't like it. And the It one's kind of the reverse of everything. Where I liked it when I first watched. Okay, the first half was I kind of liked. The second one I didn't like ever, but the first half I liked it when I first watched it. Then when I watched it again, I'm like, okay, this movie's kind of stupid and funny, and yeah, I don't like it. Anyways, what else do we not talk about? Oh yeah,
can we get one last F for all the graduations happening?
Oh yeah, F for Miyu, F for Peachy Parade, F for I can't remember the first one you mentioned.
Murashiga Anna.
Yeah, Murashiga Anna. Oh shit, I just remembered who that is. God damn.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, I heard you say the name the first time, and it wasn't clicking in my head. But yeah, that's a big one. Oops. But yeah, that's all the remakes I did. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, we actually covered almost all the lists. Also, real fast, I wanted to mention I just learned while we were doing this that there's a Poltergeist remake, and I'm just pissed about that.
Oh yeah,
that exists too.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Development hell for a remake.
Yeah, I didn't know about that because I was doing research. After a while, after I'd written most of the notes, I just Googled horror movie remakes, and then I saw Poltergeist 2015. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
like, when did this come out? Fucking fuck. Anyways, F in the chat for everyone. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Well, I guess rest in peace all their idol careers. But And rest in peace all the horror movie directors that have passed away that we about today, including George Romero, who we mentioned but didn't say that he had passed away. But yeah, passed away relatively recently.
And if anyone is interested, I'm holding scary movie nights every Saturday at 7 PM PT. Last weekend we watched Scooby-Doo and what was it? Scooby-Doo and on Zombie Island. This coming week.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Next week, this coming week, we are watching, I think, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost, featuring the Hex Girls.
That's the best. Yeah.
That is the Hex Girl. No, I'm saving the actual best ones for like the upcoming weeks, because next weekend we're watching Alien Invaders next weekend. And then the weekend after that,
Scooby-Doo?
Shut up! And then next weekend, next weekend, we're watching Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. Okay, and then the 30th, we're watching Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. So you know what?
I'm not gonna lie.
That truly is the best one.
The Ghoul School is like the best one. I don't care what you say. Fuck everything else with the Ghoul School.
Yeah,
it's hilarious because we're gonna have melancholy. By the way, minor announcement, spoiler alert, we're gonna at the end, the last Tuesday of this month, we're gonna have Melancholia on as a guest. We're not sure exactly what we're gonna talk about with them, but we're gonna have them on as a guest. But more importantly, we've had a discussion with them in the past, and I think he was all like, "Oh, I like Ghoul School," and I was like, "No, I like fucking Witch's Ghost the best." And we had a huge argument about this. Remember
I remember this argument. I actually sided with him about this.
To be fair, that's a hard fight to have. I don't want to say Ghoul School is bad. You know, that was never my.
But it actually is good.
Hello? I know, but Witch's Ghost is better. Anyway, we'll say
it's a good. No, that's the one. That's the good one. But the best one.
I'm not gonna lie. There's no DTL this Saturday. Maybe I'll watch this. Is on your Discord?
Yeah, it's on my Discord.
Nice.
I might actually watch this because I want to see watch Witch's Ghost. I know there's no DTL.
All of us can watch it. There's no excuse.
There you go. I'm gonna start seeing some of the schedule. I'll finish seeing the schedule tomorrow. Myself, Snacks, and Warren are playing something. I'm not gonna lie. We want to play more Devour, but I don't know if everyone wants to see us just play more and more Devour because it's just us doing runs, the same thing. But it's a fun game if you're playing it. But I don't know. We might do something different. Thursday is nothing. Friday is Drink Talk Roll or D&D thingy. We're continuing the campaign with Warren DMing and myself, How, and Pleiades. If you watched the last one, I got really drunk and then refused to let myself be saved when I got stuck in some acid pit. Pissed everyone off. So we're going to follow that up.
Just had to walk out of the room, Manuel.
I know, everyone was getting so mad at me.
Ew.
They were getting so mad at me. I was being that player who just did not want to go with the game anymore. I was trying to die, and then anyways, yeah, I don't even say go watch it. Don't watch it. It was bad. Anyways, but watch it this Friday. Watch the follow-up. Don't watch the old clip, I'm saying. I did edit it a bit, though, so it's not as long as me just whining. But Saturday, we can all watch Nyaru with Witch's Ghost. Next Tuesday, here, we're probably going to start right away and just start watching Night of the Living Dead. And I'm not sure exactly who's going to be on still, but there's we might have Josh back, and we might have D'Angelo, and we might have my homie. Not all these people. I'm just saying these are some of the possibles. Might even have Weston if everyone else says no at the last minute. We'll see. But there will be at least one other person besides myself, Nyaru, and JD all watching Night of the Living Dead. Have you seen that movie before, Nyaru?
No.
Have you seen it before?
No, I haven't.
Right
Yeah,
I'll go watch it now then.
It's on. No, don't watch it now.
I'm gonna watch it now.
It's a classic, and it's in public domain, so we can fucking just we could watch it till the cows come home wherever we want. I can stream it outside into the sky, but
till the cows come. I don't know why that phrase is funny. Till the cows come home.
That was just a boomer thing of me to say, but yeah, till the cows come home. Because I live on the farm where I have cows apparently. But yeah, and then I can't believe your mood. And then in 2 weeks, that UPZ, whatever the 2 weeks from the week after the next Tuesday, we're gonna be talking internet spoopy thingies with Q, and she should have her not QTuber but her VTuber, so it'll be a two VTuber specials.
Oh my god.
Turn into everything. And also speaking of, because we kind of got sad with the Idol graduations, Melancholia just released a new album. I think like 2-3 days ago. So go
stream it on Spotify. Thank you.
Yeah, go stream it on Spotify. I have links to everything, but if you go follow Melancholia on Twitter, you'll see have the links right there. And that's pretty much it. Thank you, Weston, for showing up.
Anytime.
Thank you, JD, for hosting.
Anytime.
Oh, and thank you, Weston and JD, for showing up to my birthday stream.
No problem.
I like it. She specifically brought it up because I didn't. I didn't know. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't know. Thank you, Nyaru, for not canceling. And
I'm gonna cancel you.
Ouch. Thank you, everyone, for watching tonight. We will be live next Tuesday, same time, 6 p.m. Pacific. And yeah. Oh, all the stream times are about 6 p.m. Pacific. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Discord or whatever the fuck to get all of our thingies. And shout out to
Manuel.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're going to give a shout out to them.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Ed. Thank you for reminding me because I almost forgot. Shout out to Ed, Kenneth, Joshua, our current patrons on Patreon. Support us there at patreon.com/ADJ Connection.
And shout out to my patrons, Romeo, Echo, Dessa, and Amora. I see Echo in here, so...
Hey, what's up? Shout out to all the patrons. Let's go.
Shout
Patreon, thank you. Yeah, easiest way to support is just to watch it. If you do any of the more extra things, that's awesome too. Thank you all for watching. Peace out. Love you all. Good night.
Thank
Happy
you.
Halloween.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Peace.